After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Danins and Renins have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going. I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Legil?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Danin lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother...
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right. But in the end, It was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Elda Menencia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened. But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renan lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream. All I ask is that you do your part, that you fight alongside me, not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do, Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Elda Menencia Guard. So, in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
What was Kelzelik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense, enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Danins and Renins wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shion!
No, she is absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that.
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike! Ready!
Eagle assault! Can you take it? Dragon form!
Freeze Lancer! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike! Mega ray!
I'm on it! Talon Storm!
Rinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Our weapons are the sword and...
Fist and...
Staff.
And you ruined it.
I won't forgive you!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Burning? How's this?
Eagle assault! Through!
Let's give it a whirl!
Sword Raid Alpha!
Let's give it a whirl!
Eat this! That's enough!
Toxicity! Here I go! How's this?
I can handle it.
You're mine!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
This is it! Alpha! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Our superiority was undeniable.
It feels in... Invigorating to dominate a battle.
I was certain I saw you yawn.
Come now, I'm certainly not that relaxed.
Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo. Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo. Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo. Maybe something's going on in the forest.
What could this be?
Get lost!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Flare tornado!
You're mine!
Magna ray! Here I go!
Raining
I'm only
fire!
getting started!
Take it on a roll now!
Raining!
Take it! Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
I'm ready!
Like we're gonna lose to small fry.
There's something in the water. I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done. Now, where might those fish be? Yeah! Looks like I lost it. There we go. Well, it's not bad, per se.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
Reel it in. That was disappointing. There we go. She's got a good size to her, all told.
That flapper was a true fighter.
All right. Anybody could reel in that.
Nice! You caught it!
Wouldn't it be easier to simply use astral arts to catch the fish and be done with it?
That misses the whole point of going out to fish. Now, where might those fish be? Not my lucky day, I guess. There we go. Anybody could reel in that.
Nice! You caught it!
Ha! Reel it in. We can get a good meal out of this fella.
That flapper was a true fighter.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. Time to try a different spot. Ha! There we go. Anybody could reel in that.
Nice! You caught it!
I've got something. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Nice! You caught it!
Hup. There we go. Anybody could reel in that.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
Where should I cast my line? There we go. Looks like I hooked a pretty rare fish.
So what's it to be? Grilled or broiled?
All right.
I reeled us in a big one.
We can make a real feast out of this bad boy.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
We should be able to cook.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued? No...
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut from posh Renin cloth.
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including healing ones. I can see how he made it to the position of a lord.
You flatter me, but my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy by minimizing body movement.
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid unnecessary movements?
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing so is an effective means of drawing out my innermost strength.
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a risk. Don't you ever worry you'll dodge at the wrong moment?
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is. Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind, either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
I hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help.
Hopefully it's nothing that'll be...
Oh? Yeah. Yeah. Why?
What?
Yeah. Got it. Great. I hate that woman.
She was a handful, wasn't she?
What's wrong with being passionate? Not to mention, she was kind of cute.
Of course that's why you like her. Well... Yeah. think I'll ever quite warm up to her, but I can respect her passion for books. You've got a good sense for people, don't you, Dohalim?
You honor me with your kind words.
That can't be! No!
Oh, wow!
Hey!
Oh?
Why?
Whoa!
Watch it! Hey!
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
like there's someone in trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have to...
Right.
Excuse me!
Well... Really?
Good.
What the? Seriously?
All right.
We've reached our destination.
Searing tempest! And that's my will! Flare tornado! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning!
Demon Fang!
Rip and tear! Take it! You're mine!
Talon Storm! Demon Fang! Catapult! Talon Hurricane!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
There! It's over! Do it! Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
That was way stronger than regular firepower.
You won't hear me complaining.
Searing tempest!
Resonate with the earth!
I will!
Eagle
Benediction
Rising One!
You have to aim for the bright area on their back.
Dragon Swarm!
Flare tornado!
Hit a word!
Flame of fury! Burning! Mega ray!
Here we go! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Everyone hanging in there? We should be able to cook here.
That's not your run-of-the-mill enemy.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
And that's my will!
Flare tornado! Swallow Blade! Double Demon Fang!
Go for the weak point!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Here I come! All
Mega
Demon
ray!
Fang! Here now! Rising Eagle Assault! Pierce through!
Mega ray!
Benediction light.
Here I come! Strike! Now Eagle fly! Crush!
Searing tempest!
These fists have got your name on them!
Elusive
Flare
being.
tornado!
A new melody.
Raining fly! Eagle assault!
Mega ray!
Benediction light.
Dragon! Now
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Benediction light.
I can carve through
Searing
heal
tempest!
now!
Nice window!
strike!
Beckett into
Away!
Mega ray!
Negative gate! Rising Phoenix! Resonate with the earth! Dragon shell!
Mega ray!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Blue
Away! Crush! Demon Tank!
Mega ray!
another incantation ruined.
Mega ray!
Resonate with the earth! Wind! Burn in hell!
No further.
Searing tempest! Enact my will! Flare tornado! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike!
Eat this!
Where are you going?
Tectonic punch!
Mega ray!
Not done yet!
Benediction light.
Heal! You're mine! Dragon
Mega ray!
form! First strike! This is such a
Benediction light.
Stay away from my friend! Heal! Okay, here I go!
Think again! Pathetic! One more!
Catapult! Little Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Burn!
It's weakened!
This
Mega
ends
ray!
now!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning
Demon
strike!
Fang!
Mega ray!
Demon Fang! Let's begin!
Time to burn!
Demon Fang!
Toxicity!
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Resonate with the earth. Still I can't get out of this.
Mega ray!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Pathetic!
Can you take it?
Catapult!
No further.
How did this go so wrong?
Made it through another day.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while?
We'd best get ready for tomorrow. Shall we get moving?
We finally made it. Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they need from us.
You okay?
Yeah!
Okay.
Huh?
Here we go!
Stay sharp. We're going in.
You can tell it's tough just looking at it.
Yeah. It'd probably mess us up good.
This one's tough. We have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Elusive deity! Rotating pile driver! Death blossom! Ready and raring!
Go for the weak point!
I'm on hot face! Now I'm in the groove! Not so fast! Sonic thrust! Elusive deity!
In the sky is mine!
All good things come to an end.
Let me help.
Elusive deity! Death blossom! Rotating pile driver! Rising wyvern! Burn in hell! Dragon shell! I'll finish you here and now! Rising wyvern! Dragon shell! Deity!
Anything in order.
I'm on it! I
couldn't make it in
see what I
time.
can do! Dragon shell! Now I'm in the groove!
Healing circle!
Storm! From beyond!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
No, that incantation ruined.
Death blossom! Not so fast! Thrust! Talon storm!
Do you require help? Spot.
Rising wyvern! Come not to this catapult! Thrust! Demon fang! Eat this! Double demon fang! Run you through! Crush!
I'll heal you all! Concentration!
I'm on!
Healing circle!
Now I can let loose!
Talon storm! Lightning orb!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Now I'm in the groove.
Ready slash!
Thunderblade! I never miss!
Talon storm!
That
freaking does it!
By the power of water!
It's showtime!
Head to the shadows!
Burn! First strike!
Sealed!
Armor won't save you. You're on a roll now.
Sword Rain Alpha! Come and get it!
Healing
Blast!
sword!
I owe you one!
It looks like you
such a
got this one
failure.
covered!
You'll pay for that!
Sealed!
Flaming thrust! Rising falcon! Be still!
Thanks, Kisara!
I'll bring you back from death to this.
This one's all mine! Ignite!
Resuscitation! I'll heal you all.
Photon blast! My healing dance!
Death! Sword Rain Alpha!
I can only rely on my
Blow away!
Mega ray! Steering flame! Reload!
Double Demon
Large
Fang!
steel! Not in your dreams!
Watch destruction! Crush!
Amazing.
Death Blossom!
Here, let me help. First aid!
Thank you.
Take this! Death Blossom!
Lightning orb! Raging cascade!
Dragon Shell!
Power of water!
I'm right behind you!
Here, let me help.
I can carve through
You're
armor!
on! Now, fall it freely!
Take it down! More with that hit! Where are you going? Raging cascade!
Pierce!
In here!
I'm on a roll now!
Demon Fang!
That freaking does it!
Is this it?
Talon Storm!
Annihilation!
Dragon Shell!
Flame of fury!
Alright, now I'm in the groove!
Spear!
Eagle Fly!
Thunderblade!
Now I'm in the groove!
Freeze Lancer!
Dragon Shell!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Talon Storm!
Here goes! Lightning
I can't heal you forever! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike!
Glacial Spear!
Here's the evil!
Picture of hell!
Raging cascade! Seal! I'll bring you back from death's
They're not
abyss!
playing around.
I'm on it!
Art expert, come through! Raging cascade!
Not done yet!
Please now!
Sonic
It's about to strike!
All back in their defense!
Look sharp,
Right
everyone!
behind you! Now you see what I can do! I'll show you how useful I can be!
No, Dad!
Can't end here!
Sear steel! Reload! Raging cascade!
Here, let me help.
First aid! Dance in the wind! Air the... Into the shadows! Mega ray! Primed and rent! I'll bring you back from raging cascades! In here! More for the stockpile!
Not done yet!
You're mine! Lightning orb!
Death
Annihilation! Mega ray!
Where are you going?
Talon Storm! Thunderblade! I'll bring you back from death's abyss! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
I'll finish you here and now!
Resuscitation!
Glacial Spear!
Pierce evil!
I'm on it! Talon Hurricane! Watch it!
Here's a healing orb!
The picture of hell!
Rising Orb!
Steel!
Lunar Rocket!
Sorry!
Damn it! If only I'd been more careful!
Double Demon Fang!
Power of water!
Talon Storm!
Take it! It's over!
Demon
Here
Fang!
we go again!
Double Demon Fang!
Annihilation! Hear me!
It's on!
Fury!
Watch this!
Burn in hell!
Talon Storm!
That move!
Here comes the big one!
Armor won't save you!
Demon Fang! Double Demon
No,
Fang!
he's such a
Can't
failure.
end here!
The picture of hell! Eat this!
Raging cascade!
Talon Storm!
Resuscitation! Lightning condemned! Watch it!
Not done yet!
Dragon! Watch
Here I
this!
come! Demon Fang!
I'm on it!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Ready!
Eagle Fly!
This one's mine!
Talon Storm!
Dance in the wind!
Swallow
Breathe
Blade!
now!
Stay away from... My friend! Shackle!
Talon Storm!
Rising
Let's get you off this way! Mega ray! Air thrust!
Swallow Blade!
Confiscated!
Slash!
Dragon!
Try
I'm
this!
just getting started!
Down!
Dance in the wind! Air!
Here I come! Rising Wyvern!
Sometimes the best medicine is the pathetic. Swallow. Two.
Severing Wind!
Now.
Mirage! It's on! You picked the wrong fight!
Whoa! Time! Hear me! Here!
Castle!
More
Rising Falcon!
Here's the evil!
Dragon Swarm! Pierce through!
Pluto! By the power of water!
Here I come! You're mine!
Take this!
Here's the evil!
Elusive deity! Tornado Drive!
Demon Fang! Elusive deity! Tornado drive! I'll face you! Rising... Elusive deity! I'll face you!
Alright, there you go! Don't let
Tornado
up!
drive!
Dance in the wind!
Elusive deity!
This one's mine! In here!
Tornado drive!
Let's get you
Such
all tucked away!
unadulterated fury.
Demon fire! I'll face you! Tornado drive! It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out!
Tornado drive! This one's mine! Elusive deity! Tornado drive! Elusive deity!
Crossblade! Searing flame! Reload!
Demon fire!
This is some punishment.
Annihilation!
I've healed myself. Forgive me. This is my fault.
Tornado drive!
Here's evil!
Begin!
It's weakened!
Elusive deity! This ends now! Pierce!
By the power of water!
Half six!
Watch and Mega Ray! I'll bring you
Elusive
back
deity!
This! That's
You're not!
Forgive me.
Resuscitation! Wait! I'll heal you all!
Elusive deity!
Dance in the healing
You're not!
circle! Air thrust!
Rising elusive deity!
Where are you going?
Tornado drive! Tempt
Will
it!
this help?
I'll face you!
Dance in the wind!
Dragon
Air
Force!
thrust!
Sonic thrust!
Raging cascade!
I owe you one!
It's here! Ready!
Elusive deity! Tornado drive! Can't get out of this! Slash! Can you take it?
I'm only getting
Can you take it?
Glacial spear!
Elusive deity! Be still! Can you take it? Rising thunder!
Such unadulterated fury.
In an instant! Impact block!
Hey! Anyone else think this might be a touch too dangerous?
Ridwell's right. We should fall back to regroup and try again later.
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
I don't sense any more enemies.
Okay.
Looks like we... get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Mm-hmm.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
You guys want to rest here?
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danon slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renin doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danon, while the Renins are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danons in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danons in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
bad feeling about this.
This one's all mine!
Radiant on guard!
Electric deity! Swallow
One
blade!
more!
Wind!
Like a shot! Flame of
Hitting
fury!
half here I come!
My
No
second.
escape!
Can you take it?
Swallow blade! You got flyers!
I've got it! Let a marksman handle it!
You're mine! All yours! Eternal
Flame of
devastation!
fury!
I'm ready! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that day.
This one's mine!
my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Strike! You're finished! Swallow blade! I'm
Fury
ready!
flame!
In an instant! Impact claw!
Resonate with the
My
earth!
turn!
Stalagmite!
I need to be stronger.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my art! When he slows down, that's our chance!
Leave the agile ones to me.
I'm not done!
You can't get out of this!
Here's the roar! Here's
Strike!
evil!
Eternal devastation!
Deity!
Prepare to be sealed, oh fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps found is more appropriate.
Let's talk more doing!
Strike! Swallow
You
blade!
require a hand.
It's over!
Catapult!
Annihilation!
How about
this?
Take this!
By the power of
Strike! Slice! Severing wind!
Piercing
Rising falcon!
Pain.
Here I come!
time to shine!
Strike!
Here's evil!
Eternal devastation!
I'm gone! Down! You're on!
Take this!
Look sharp! I'm out of air. Watch and weak!
You're mine!
By the power of water!
Slice! Swallow blade!
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Take this!
Glacial spear!
I'm not
Here's
done!
evil!
Crush!
Freeze lancer!
I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz. Take this!
I'm all stopped up!
No escape!
Annihilation! Hear me!
Devastation!
Burning!
Glacial
Spear! Here's evil!
I'm ready!
Laser!
All yours, Kisara!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
I sense a strange power from this.
Quite necessary when creating weaponry. Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Resonate with the earth! Slide!
Look
That's it! Swallow blade!
Tiger blade! Glacial spear! Here's evil!
How about this?
Time to go! Ready and freeze lancer!
Rotating pile timer! Flying spree!
Why can't they just sit still?
Shield, can you take care of them?
No sooner said
I'll
than
take you
done!
all off.
Or shield!
Resonate with the earth! Rising stalagmite!
Shield and mace!
Slide! Sword ray alpha! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Mine!
This one's all mine!
This one's mine! Tiger blade!
Here I come! Not so fast!
Here's the
Throw
throw!
it!
Do it!
Take off! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
Radiant
Not a chance!
This one's mine!
Devastation!
Do it!
Take this!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
I feel sprightlier than before.
What could this be?
An opponent like this should be easy.
Here I go! Pour it up! Only getting
No
started!
escape!
Does it hurt?
Here I go! Only getting It's like trying to keep up with a wolf! Glacial spear! Here's the
Give a heartbeat!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and tumbling
never
to me.
Swallow blade!
Make it right! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
No further!
It's turning
Tiger blade!
It's on!
Ryan, here I
Take
go!
this! Slide! No escape!
Enemy feels R2.
You'll soon see about that!
Sword lane alpha!
Going in!
Struck!
That's it! Tiger blade!
Here I come! Burn! Swallow blade! Not a chance!
Glacial
Crush!
spear!
Take this!
Going in!
Slide! Heal!
Crumble!
Now I can let loose! Here
Do
I
it!
come! No! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
So I still had room to grow.
So hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
What's the
Dispose of the trash.
Swallow blade! Crush! A new melody! Eternal devastation! Crush!
This one's mine! Hear me! Flame
Damn
of
it!
fury! Burning strike! Glacial spear! Here's the Guardian
Eternal
shield!
devastation!
An
astral arts?
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
Annihilate!
Swallow blade! Negative hit! Resonate with the arm!
Tiger blade!
I thought you were going to wreck the place.
I'm not nearly finished yet.
Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
These...
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Mirage!
This one's
Eternal
mine!
devastation! Sword Rain Alpha!
There! Go!
Here I come! I'm not done!
Tiger
Raining
blade!
blast you!
Lion howl!
It's over! Burn!
Rotating pile driver!
Swallow blade! Take this!
On guard! Healing circle!
Elusive deity! Crush!
Tiger blade!
You're helping me as become a path.
Here I
For the good of all of us.
Shield!
Is it?
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
I have a bad feeling about
Swallow
this.
blade!
Like moths to the
Eternal
flame.
devastation! Crush!
Please
Swallow blade!
burn up! I never miss!
Elusive deity!
I'm not so good with airborne
Take
targets.
this!
Crush!
Crush!
There! Have
Slide!
this! Mega ray!
Devastation!
Annihilation! Mega ray!
Mirage!
Lion power!
Strike!
Leave the enemy's arcs to me.
Everlasting
Burning
Milky Way here! Resonate with the arm!
Those are impressive skills. They took a life of me.
Mega ray!
Then I'll have to...
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Glacial
Yeah!
spear!
Nice technique!
Devastation!
Celeste.
Mirage! Crush!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Right, here goes!
Right here!
You
I
picked
got
the wrong fight! Elusive deity! Take this!
Hitting pile driver!
Eternal devastation!
Where are you going?
Swallow blade! Crush!
Make it
Swallow
rain!
blade! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Not a chance! Damn it! It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Slap!
Tiger blade!
Eternal devastation! Crush!
Radiant
Eternal devastation!
Do it!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Ready to go!
Slap! Swallow blade!
Their arcs were interrupted!
Slap! Here I come! I'm not done! Take this!
Strength as beastly as she who wields it.
Is beastly supposed to be a compliment?
Yes. You outbeat the beast.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Our superiority was undeniable.
It feels invigorating to dominate a battle.
I was certain I saw you yawn.
Come now, I'm certainly not that relaxed.
This might... be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
More Danon runes here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Anything around here?
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
We're in for a long slog with this one.
Eternal devastation!
Slot, this one's mine.
Burn up! Swallow blade! Eternal devastation! Slash! You're mine! Strike! You're finished!
Shield and face!
Here I come! Blow them away!
Will this help?
Switch motion!
Sword Rain Alpha! Rotating pile driver!
Alright, Pierce! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
Hear me! Flame of
You're
fury!
mine!
Burn it!
Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Devastation! Negative gate! You're on! Resonate with the arc!
Do it!
Rinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Barely a blip on our radar.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What could this be?
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine.
Gotta break through! Eternal devastation! Crush!
Can you
keep it? Swallow blade!
Excited! You're mine!
Lightning Rupture! Crush! Elusive deity! Swallow blade!
How about
Pile driver! You're mine! Ignite!
Reload!
Flash! Swallow blade! Flash!
Another incantation ruined.
Take this! Resonate with the earth! Flash!
Do it!
Swallow blade! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Lightning!
Slash!
This would leave a force to me!
I thought you more defensively minded.
Defense via threat elimination. They're the best defense and good offense.
Tornado drive! Rising
Hard! Make it rain!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
We should think about eating soon.
Really? Not all that hungry myself.
Don't make me say it again.
Yeah. Good idea.
You wanna play?
In a bind?
Going in!
Swallow blade!
Steering going! Reload!
Down on the ground!
Tiger blade! Power of
You're
force!
mine! Devastation!
Tiger blade!
You're on! This one's all mine!
I never miss!
You're mine! Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! A merry distraction!
This one,
There's still more to go.
Elusive deity! Ignite! Rotating pile driver! Swallow blade! Try this!
Radiant
Infernal torrent!
I'm ready!
Swallow blade!
All yours, Kisara!
I'll leave you all!
Eternal devastation!
Now you see what I can do!
Healing circle!
Doubling! In an instant! Impact clock!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
Out of my way!
You're on! Swallow blade!
Searing flame! Reload!
Elusive beam!
Radiant
I'll take
fire!
you right! Rotating pile driver! Swallow blade!
Going in!
Tradition!
I'm out of ammo!
Down on the ground!
Healing circle!
Eternal devastation!
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
Eternal devastation!
I'm all going in! Mega ray!
I'm ready!
All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
Magnificently done.
Reload!
Eternal devastation! Rupture! Burn!
Time to shine!
Catapult! Swallow blade! Here I come! Crush!
Shield and
Swallow blade!
make it rain!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I've still got a ways to go!
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Take this!
Here!
Catapult!
Let me help!
I'm knocked up!
I can't heal you forever! Far enough!
Eternal devastation!
Piercing roar!
Rotating pile driver!
This one's
Take
mine!
this!
Thunder touch!
Crush! Flame! Devastation! Elusive
Flaming meteor!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance. Resonate with the earth.
Burn!
This one's mine! Tiger blade! Do it!
Ringwrath! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Not a chance!
Searing flame! Reload! There!
Here I come!
This one's mine! Make it rain! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to
I'm
say?
ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Resonate with the...
Good to know my training is paying off.
We got... some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my... my tastes, personally. That was quite the little adventure we went on.
We did a lot today, didn't we, Hootle?
This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes, when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time. Of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. See you tomorrow. Rise and shine. We're almost ready to leave.
Have you guys checked your equipment? Lately? I always loved the sound of hammers banging away.